What up, it's Chris from Laser Lemming, and Suicide Squad is still on my mind. It's still on a lot of people's minds because it still has news coming out about it. This movie is getting a lot of attention. It made about $225 million in total after 2 weeks this past weekend. 79.5% drop off, meaning 79.5% less people saw the movie than they did on opening weekend, which is big. Warner Brothers doesn't like that. Same thing happened with Batman v Superman, a little worse with that movie, but it's not a good look for the legs of the movie, as they call it, meaning it's not going to be in theaters as long as they would like, making as much money as they would like it to make. But it's doing better than Ghostbusters. Everything is doing better than Ghostbusters. It's made more money than Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters will not be making its investment back. They will take a $70 million loss is what they're estimating it at now. Anyway, we're talking about Suicide Squad. So, Jared Leto, he's not happy. Last week, it was the critics that weren't happy with the movie. This week, it's the actor. Jared Leto, you might call him, Jerry. He's not happy with the movie. He hasn't seen it, actually, at least from the report I last read. But he kind of has fairly good reason not to. If you haven't seen it, some slight spoilers as far as the structure of the movie goes. He's only in it for about 7 minutes. That's what they're clocking it in at now. 7 minutes of Joker. If you remember the advertisements, they really tried to make him sound like a big force of the movie. And it sounds like they told the same thing to Jared Leto. They said, hey, you're going to be big. This is going to be a big part of the movie. Now he's saying he feels like he was tricked by Warner Brothers. And I kind of agree with him if what he says is true. He says that he filmed an entire Joker movie worth of story. Whole different story arc was filmed that is not present in the movie. Now, I believe the movie is about 2 hours long. Originally, they said it was going to be about 100 minutes. Seems like it's more about 2 hours. So if what he's saying is true, the script that they must have shown him must have been huge. Or maybe they added scenes and took away all of his. Now, I don't know if that's because the story was just bad, or if they just wanted to focus on these other characters and put these scenes in maybe a Batman movie or a Joker-themed movie or a Harley movie. I heard recently that a Harley Quinn movie is in the works. So they probably put these two together. I'm sure they filmed a lot of scenes with Harley as well. Now, today I was speaking with a coworker. We both noticed the same thing in Suicide Squad. Another slight spoiler if you haven't seen it already, although this might be visible in the trailers. There's a scene where the Joker is lying down amongst a bunch of weapons, laughing. There's knives around him, guns around him. But if you look closely, near the edge of all of these weapons, there's about 4 or 5 pairs of baby clothes. I don't know what you call a full baby suit. You know, the onesies. There's like 4 or 5 onesies just in the corner amongst all these weapons in the circle. Never explained at all. And I'm sure that it had to do with this story arc that Jared Leto was filming. That's not in the movie at all. There's only one scene near the end of the movie where Harley envisions something that might tie into it. Other than that, we have no explanation at all why there are baby clothes amongst these weapons. None. They never go back to it at all. Because this movie is overstuffed, overloaded, just like Batman v Superman was, and Jared Leto's not the only one not happy. There was an open letter recently sent to one of the higher execs at Warner Brothers, and he's just calling them out point for point. And he said, one of the things he said was that Wonder Woman is also not looking so good. He said that he's spoken with a lot of colleagues, former colleagues, I guess, who say that, yes, the trailer looks good. So did the first Batman v Superman trailer, and the Suicide Squad trailers looked great. But Wonder Woman is the same story. Great looking trailer, bad movie. They know they have another stinker on their hands. But Warner Brothers keeps on fighting the good fight. They say, Zack Snyder, he's not going anywhere. He's our guy. We like his vision. Even though these movies aren't doing so well, he's executive producer on all of them. He's our man. He's not going anywhere. However, Ben Affleck, they got him. I don't know what kind of contract he has, but I wonder if he has the option to just get the hell out when things get rough. I don't know. Warner Brothers, big studio. I'm sure they got him for a while, but he's already changing the way Justice League is being filmed. There's more humor to it. than there originally was planned. Remember back when they first started filming these movies and putting them, not even filming, when they first started going into production of Batman v Superman and I think even Man of Steel, they said, no jokes. We're not going to try to make people laugh. That's Marvel's game. We are darker, grittier, serious. Now, I'm all for that. I really liked the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. They were darker, gritter, really real. They had a certain tone to them that even though they were dark and gritty and real, they were also good. They were also good. I thought Suicide Squad was okay, but it wasn't anywhere near the level of any of those movies. A lot of people consider Dark Knight Rises the worst of the three. It's got the most problems, but it's still a really solid movie. Dark Knight, of course, the pinnacle superhero movie, at least in my opinion. And they're not getting anywhere close. So I hope for the best for these movies. And I completely understand why Jared Leto would be pissed if I was told I was going to be creating a movie that was, centered around my character practically, and I found out that vast majority of what I had filmed was cut, never to be seen, possibly in a director's cut, but not the way I was told. If I was told that smoke had been blown up my ass for the last 2 years that I had dedicated to a movie, yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. So let me know your thoughts on that. What do you think? Are you looking forward to a possible Suicide Squad director's cut? What's up with that, by the way? Why does every superhero movie need to have a director's cut in order to be good? I mean, I haven't seen the Batman v Superman director's cut yet, but by all accounts, it's a much better movie. Now, they don't fix the Martha problem, I've heard, but other than that, it's a more cohesive movie that has more explanation, and you feel better about it overall, but why do we need that in order to get a good movie? I'll tell you why. Because Warner Brothers just wants to overstuff every single movie they can. They want that Marvel money so bad. And they don't want to work for it. And the result is a worse story. And the only way to make it even palatable is to get a 3-hour movie every single time. I mean, granted, I'm only going off of one movie here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get a overstuffed Suicide Squad director's cut. Possibly Wonder Woman 2. Let me know your thoughts. These are my long, rambling thoughts. Comment section below. What do you think? Hey, I got a comedy channel too. You should check that out. Got a very funny gecko video of me. Or not me, but a gecko trying Japanese food for the first time. Check that out. Also, more gaming videos, more movie videos. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Subscribe for more. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.